Semite is also Latin. Now this is where the deception come in. If you're not paying attention, this is where you get deceived at. So I'm going to walk you through it so you can see the deception. Semite, Latin, Semita, via the late Latin from the Greek Sem or Shem, son of Noah in the Bible. Now this is all a bunch of crap. This part right here. The word doesn't change. It still means half. When you translating the word, when you're looking at the etymology, it still means half. But we're going to take it a step further because what are they half? If you look right here, just one, right under the definition, you say a Jew, an Arab, a Syrian, or Armenian. Right? So these are the different people that would be some of the different people classified as Semite, right? Now, the modern day so-called Jew breaks down into three groups. The Sephardi, the name Sephardi means Spanish or Hispanic. Now remember I told y'all the Moors were conquistadors that were masquerading as Hispanic Caucasians, but they was dark-skinned, woolly-haired Moor to light-skinned Moors. They were the ones that we had to get the secret back, the secret password, so we would know how to read their language, so that we could figure out our way out of the trap. So this is why they killed Jacques de Molay over at the in front of Notre Dame, and that's why they had to get a reminder of the Notre Dame. Right? Who by God? So here you have your Sephardic Jews, right? And they tell you right here, Jews of Spain. Jews of Spain, right here. Portuguese. Now remember I told y'all the Portuguese, right, were also Moors. Look, the Portuguese scientific name is called Judaeus Sephardidus. That's for a Sephardic Jew, a Portuguese order. Now look, in the Spanish it's Judeos Sephardes. They're the same people, different language. Now look, originally from Shepherd, Spain, or Sepharad, Spain, is a biblical place name, an uncertain location. Now they trying to tie them back into the Bible, but in a minute I'm going to show you there's no tribe of Israel called Sephardi. They don't exist. They don't exist. These people right here are Spanish and Portuguese, Moors, half-breed mulatto Moors, right? Look, this Iberian Peninsula, where they come from, is located in the southwest corner of Europe. The peninsula is principally divided between Spain and Portugal, comprising most of their territory. It also includes Andorra, a small areas of France, and British overseas territory of Gibraltar. Remember they always talked about the Rock of Gibraltar. Now you know why. It's tying you back in to the fake Jews. Now watch what it say, are a Jewish ethnic division. Now, what it mean? Refers to a number of distinctive communities within the world's ethnically Jewish population, right? So now we know now that the so-called Sephardi Jew is actually from Spain, right here, in the Northwest Africa. Northwest Africa. That's why they was talking about Northwest of Mexico, so they can confuse you. A Mexim comes from the word oxum. Oxum is a word from this region over here of Africa, and it was descriptive. Oxum comes from the word oxumi, which means dark skin, woolly. It is a East African Nile Valley term that goes all the way down into the Sudan and Ethiopia. It's not here what they call in the Mexim. This is the illusion. I'm gonna bust this shit in the head for y'all once and for all. So y'all gonna know who the enemy is when we get done today. So this is this part of the map right here. This is where they from. The Sephardi. Now, it's two other people, groups, claiming to be the chosen people. You got your Ashkenazi and your Khazar. So let's see who the next ones is. Who is the next imposters up to identify? The Ashkenazi. Right now, the majority of Ashkenazi, this is one of their Jewish sites, by the way. The majority of Ashkenazi Jews are descendants. This is a brief history of the CIA, the hidden hand. Right? And it say right here, the hidden hand is a succinct, accessible, and up-to-date survey of the Central Intelligence Agency history from its inception in 1947 to the present. And it goes into telling you more about it. But this book right here is a necessary research tool to understand how the enemy is working. Right? Hidden Hand, British, America, and Cold War Secret Intelligence. It tell you how they work. The description says, paranoia with respect to Russia raged in the wake of World War II, just as Churchill had foreseen. Fear of a nuclear Pearl Harbor and growing challenge to political stability in Europe gripped the Western world. Right? So now let's talk about the Cold War. Now, there's one thing y'all got to understand about the Cold War. If you pick up an almanac during the Cold War period, you'll find that America gave the biggest amount of economic aid every year to the USSR. That's kind of odd if you really at odds with them. That was all smoke and mirrors. So this book right here, The Black Hand, The History of the Secret Serbian Nationalist Group. Now this book, notice this term right here. Because in the rise of the Third Reich, there was a woman found dead in the jungle who had betrayed the Reich. And above her head, there was a note, and it was stamped, "Bitch, you have betrayed the fatherland, and you have been judged by the Black Hand." Now, the Black Hand go all the way back, but it's over here in the South. When my father was growing up, that used to be the most dreaded thing to be encountered by the Black Hand. Now look at the symbolism on this cover. This is all Masonic in nature. This is the pirate flag, right? The pirates were the Spanish conquistadors, right? Look at the dagger, right? Look at the church. Oh, this is a bottle, poison bottle with a cross on it, right? And then it got a grenade here. So the Black Hand is a warring entity. Now, so the name of this book is called The Black Hand by the Charles River editors. And it goes into pictures and all kind of stuff. But it's important that you understand that when you see that term Black Hand, you're talking about Khazarian Jews who are mulattoes, who behind the scenes right now pulling the string, what you call your satanic Jews. Another reference. This is an Ohio Black Hand Syndicate. See it again? The Black Hand. The birth of organized crime in America. True crime. I can't make this shit up. Another reference. Look. The Black Hand. Terror by letter in Chicago. And this was talking about the mobs in Chicago and how they laid it down and all that. I'm not going to get all off into it. But I'm just giving y'all the references so y'all can go and do your own research. And this brings us to early seals. Now this right here is a seal of the War Office. Where you go? I had to show y'all the close-up of it. So you need to know who your enemy is so you'll know who you fighting. If you don't know who you fighting, how you gonna defend yourself against them? You don't know what their strategies is, nothing. They hide stuff in the symbols because most of us, we can't read the symbols. All we can read is the alphabet they give us. But we don't never read the symbols. Come on now. I'm trying to show y'all the emblem of the United States Army, Department of the Army, because the Department of the Army is its own entity. We thinking these things are government agencies and government-ran corporations. They all privately owned, and they all are traded on the market. I can't get this doggone computer to act right. All right, look at the symbol. I'm going to point some stuff out in the symbol. Look at the snake. And it's supposed to be the Orbis with his tail in his mouth. And it said, this will defend. What will they defend? Now look. Now pay attention. You see the American flag? And you see this flag. This flag is laying on the drum. The American flag is next to the cannon. That means it's on the ground. This is a girdle, and it gives you the illusion, right? It gives you the illusion that this is armor. It's a girdle. And these are cannonballs on both sides. Different size cannonballs. And then right here, in the middle, you have a staff with a hat on it, a spear here, and a bayonet gun here. Right? So they telling you somebody's been crucified over here. Something has been taken over. So now we got to find out what the hell going on. Now, look at the symbol a little closer, how it is today. Look, you see the American flag is laying on top of the drum. It's not flying. Now remember, they told us the American flag ain't supposed to be laying down on the ground, or it's supposed to be flying or folded. Look, it's laying on the drum, right? Now you got to remember. Now look, this the sword in the middle. Now you see, got the red hat on there. Sword in the middle. Bayonet, spear, right? Same thing as on this one. Now remember the last one, the American flag was over here. But on this one, the American flag is on this side. The Department of War changed hands in 1775. Right? Now let's go back to the other one. Look, you see how this is written all in Roman numerals to confuse you. Right? This is, look like this is 1768. I have to add these up in Roman numerals to get the exact number. But this is not the same. Look, it's showing you how you lost the war. Right? This is a plain flag, but it got the Admiralty fringe. This is the American flag with the tassel, but it doesn't have the fringe. Now when you go to the other one and you look at it, still got the tassels. This one got the tassels, but look, the once was plain white flag, the flag of peace, now has this emblem on there, meaning that this military was conquered by this military. It's showing you. Now watch. Spirit of 76. Watch where the flag and the drum at. You see him? He got the drum. He got a drum. He's carrying the flag, blowing the flute. Right? Now let's go back. You see? Drum, the flag. They lost. This is who was conquered. This is who was conquered right here. Right? And this was their war flag. Their military flag. And whoever conquered them in 1775 conquered. Now remember, this is the spirit of 76. That's a year later. So did somebody pick up the flag? What happened? Look, the blue coats. Now remember, they were supposed to be fighting the gray coats. But then who was the red coats? Remember, we seen in the Moorish video the red coats. Those were the Spaniards. These were English. Right? These were colonists. 13 stripes. I mean stars. These were the colonists. Right? Then you learn about the flag, you have to study flag history. Then you will understand. You see all these different flags this country has had. Now, the one that you want to look for is the blue one or the white one. You got one here with a bird, right? You got one here with the don't tread on me. Remember, don't tread on me. Then you got the blue and white with the tree, right? And then down here, this one is very, very similar to your modern American flag down here. If it stop doing that. Right here. At the bottom. Right there. You got an anchor on it. And then you have this one over here, the appeal to heaven. Then you have the Templar cross right here, right here, right here. So this showing you the Templars in this country in early colonial America, because you got your Templar crosses all over here, right? And they have you thinking that this is the Union Jack, Confederate battle flag. But where did the gray one come from? It ain't even on here. Where did the gray flag come from? See, y'all got to pay attention because they'll trick you. The gray flag was originally white with the Union Jack symbol on it. It's not here. Okay, so let's go see more references. Nope, already seen that one. Okay, now remember, I showed y'all in that movie, The History of Hollywood, the Jews was marching with that double eagle flag right there. Right? I showed y'all, I remember I said, watch the flag, and I showed y'all those Jews. Now look where, this flag is from Spain. Right? Now here's another version of it right here. And it tells you it's from the Spanish Empire. So this is telling you who those so-called Jews that started Hollywood was: Khazarians, Ashkenazi, Sephardi, the Mir family, and the Golda family. Right? Now watch. Zion, hill of Jerusalem, city of David was built. Right? Now remember I told you that Zion was Sion. Look, it's right here. Right, now watch this. Look. This is showing you the corporate influence and how they use Masonic symbolism to tell you who really owns everything. Me. Because I took all their keys. And ain't nothing they can do about it. Look. All of these are symbols. Look. These are dressed like Moors in Spain.